got Hane starting off for Team Red, better known as Team dwerking Jackrabbits. You got Phil, gonna be on the Tori. Floob anchoring for the 3v3s. With the Azot starting off for the blue team. You got Gizmo. Second place coming up there is Yomori or Allison Game. And you got Nick, who's gonna be that anchor spot as well. So I think a pretty solid lineup overall. But
yeah, you see on the character selection, everyone's coming out with high legends. You know, we got everyone basically on their mains, people that are comfortable with their certain characters. One pick I'm really caught on is Floob in the Azoth. You see, usually he plays the Yumiko, but today he only has the Bo to work with.
yeah, maybe he's just I don't know if this is his once pick perhaps, but we'll see how that works coming down to the when it comes down to his turn perhaps. But starting off, it seems like, it's mostly even. It's kind of back and forth, with Gizmo kind of taking the lead for the most part here. Hey needs to step up his game a little bit. As an opener, we saw in the last climb battle, I believe, when Skasex was playing, Skasex's team was playing, they took that 3v3s against the same team here of Team #FreeMax, simply because they had such of a strong start. It's good to have a strong start. Oh, Hayne? Okay, maybe he forgot that it was player rotation.
A hiccup there.
Yeah. But it's okay though. He got his bearings back and he's back in it. So Hayne here is gonna have to, try to play the catch-up game. Already lost his first stock, and still Gizmo's racking up so much damage onto the second stock here of Hayne. Hayne's gonna have to answer back. He has the sword in hand. He's weapon starving. He goes for the side stick. It doesn't connect onto Gizmo though. But Gizmo with the orb in hand, looking to create some magic here. He goes for the GC Sala. Oh, he misses the recovery. Hayne could have. That would have been big damage. I'm not sure if that would have led to the knockout, to be honest. But you see, he's fishing for a lot of these GCs, and he's playing this one safe here. But in a position like this where Gizmo, he knows he's in Hayne's mind right now. He knows he has the upper hand. The momentum wave that he's riding right now is huge as he hits the ground pound. He takes out the first member.
One thing I like about Gizmo's gameplay here is he does great with the spacing on orb. You see, every time Hayne went for a gravity cancel to try and catch Gizmo coming up, he'd backdash and do a side light for the Sair, or he'd in light something to catch him, build up damage. He wasn't necessarily going for strong openings or dangerous attacks. He didn't want to give Hayne that opportunity to punish him for anything. He's playing it very safe.
Alrighty. And just like you said, where he's playing it safer, you can see how cautious Gizmo is playing this one. He knows he's 210 right now on his first stock still, but the momentum, the lead that he's built, the blue team right now, it's looking huge and greatly in their favor. And this is the opening that we'd like to see coming in for the blue team. And man, people back at Team #FreeMac, they're loving the performance that Gizmo's putting up right now. He lands his Sair. He's looking to build up even more damage and try to take more stocks. To be honest, he did his job already by taking out Hayne, but he's hungry for more.
Off of his first stock, he already has 3 stocks gone off of the red team here.
Yes, sir. And this is a great opening coming in from the blue team. And one thing I would want to add in here is Gizmo is especially warm before this, and actually currently going on, we do have a clan in-house tournament that we've been doing. So this guy has been warm since an hour ago. You could argue that these red team members, they're still a little bit cold perhaps. They're still warming up perhaps. Gizmo, he's been hot. He's been in some engaging best of 3s against, some of Spirit Empire's best members. So definitely, Gizmo is hot, and you're just seeing, the performance that he's putting up right now against the red team. It's huge. But Phil here's gonna have to lock in for his team. Has the spear in hand. He has the Yatori here. He's looking for the knock-on onto Gizmo to finally take the first member off, but struggling just a little bit. He gets a Satellite, gets a D-Light, the double, and he gets a Seer. Leads to the knockout. And you know what? Sleepy, this is not looking too bad here, because if Floob and Phil can clutch this one up, they can definitely bring this one back in their favors. It's only 4 stocks to 3.
Yeah, but the thing is, Hattori into the Great Sword, low defense character into strength-heavy weapons like this, Yomori catches 1 dodge, and that's basically the stock gone from Phil here. But Phil's finding ways to capitalize off of burnt dodges and stuff with the spear here. He's getting his team back into the game here with the damage. He's now taking the lead and catches the down dodge and takes the stock.
Yeah, Sleepy.
And
go ahead.
He basically, if he just racks up a little bit more damage, his team is back in it.
Back in it. And that's the beauty about just having an all-arounding team like the red team here. I mean, when you look at the red team, Hane, Phil, Floob, I would say they're all around a similar, they're somewhat similar skill level, around that 24 range or so. But, you know, this all-rounded team of the red team here, it's hard to, like, when you got a team like Gizmo and Nick and Yomori, I mean, you know, you compare that to just an all-rounded team like the red team, it's hard to really find, you know, kind of a weakness on the red team here. But you know what? At least they're able to take out Phil. The blue team still 3 stocks to 2. The lead is in the blue team's favor right now. It's in Team #FreeMax favor right now, but it's all up to Floob. And it's definitely doable. All Floob needs to do is to take out this last stock from Yomori very quickly. He doesn't have a recovery, and he fades away. And just like that, folks, it's 2 stocks to 2 stocks. 32 damage onto Floob. Nick's coming in with a fresh stock here.
Well, we know Nick to be a strong ones player coming in against Floob here, and he has blasters. Blasters will make it very easy for him to gather some damage. We know Nick, you know, he took out Blaze in his first round. How do you think he'll handle against Floob here, coming with, who's this character? Lucian? Right?
Yeah, he's on the Lucian right now. I mean, that's his main pick, of course. But, you know, like you mentioned, he had a hot, that round 1 match. Everybody recalled that. Such an engaging tiebreaker 1v1 against Blaze. I mean, he was able to clutch out one of that's huge momentum. It was a huge upset. Last weekend was upset weekend. And you know that team #FreeMac, they want to ride that momentum coming in from that first round. And it's kind of all up to Nick right now into the 3v3s. Big downs to connects and leads to the knockout. There's a lot on the line. There's a lot at stake here. And a lot is up to Nick here. And, I mean, same could be said for the red team as well, too. The team, you know, dwerking Jackrabbits, they have to win this first match. This is their first match of the season here. And what a tragedy it would be to lose their first game. They wasn't able to play in the round 1 simply because they were the top seed here. Round number 2 comes around. They gotta, you know, prove themselves a little bit here. This is a proving ground match for the red team. And it's also a kind of a momentum. It's a momentum game as well, too. A momentum continuing game for the blue team. So a lot at stake coming into this battle. And, well, last stock situation here, Sleepy, is it's coming down to wire.
Yeah, well, you see how Gizmo gave the blue team such a big gap for them. And the red team was just easily able to basically bring it back to 1 stock now for both players. So even if the red team loses this match, I think it'll be close even next game.
Yeah, most
so maybe
definitely.
they can even run away with that one and bring it to a 1-1 for Cruz.
Yeah, but you're seeing how cautious Floob is playing. You know, he's calculating these hits here. He gets a sidelight, but nothing more. Picks up the bow now, and like you mentioned, he's a Yumiko main, so we're gonna love to see this bow action here. It's 139, so never mind. He's dead.
Comes out.
Decent gets ripped and he's gone. That's right now 1-0 in the 3v3s coming in for team #FreeMac. And like you said, man, it was a close game number 1. I wonder how this game number 2 is going to go, if we're going to be seeing any swaps. I'm already seeing Hane swapping over to the level 53 Azuri. I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing any lineup swaps coming in from the red team. I think that maybe, you know, Gizmo should have been focused a little bit. He took a lot of damage. He took a lot of stocks coming into that, you know, opening up that game. I think maybe if the red team adjusts to target Gizmo in specific, perhaps, maybe, you know what, not to focus too much onto Nick, even though Nick is a threat that you should be worried about. Maybe focus on Gizmo, eliminate that threat early on, try to build your lead a little bit. Maybe the red team can bring this one back and bring this a 1-1 tied situation here in this 3v3 best of 3. But
we see blue team locking in with the same characters and same positions here. We got Gizmo coming in, Yomori on second, and then Nick the anchor. Let's see what red team does.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing it. You know, I think they're in VC right now. Never mind, I don't think they're in VC right now. I think they're in chat right now thinking about what they're going to be going for, perhaps. Yeah, they are typing away. So we're going to give them a little bit of time here. And, you know, we kind of get some time as well, too, to really talk about how that first game went. I mean, we did dive into it a little bit, but I think Gizmo is definitely a threat that you got to be worried about. And I think that's something that it's definitely a player that they're underlooking, I'd say. And you're already seeing some swaps are being made. Huge swaps are being made, indeed.
Yeah, we have Floob coming in for their first position now. Maybe they'll focus Hane on being the anchor.
Yeah. Because the one thing I love about the 3v3s as well, too, is you can expect one of the 3v3s play. I mean, you even talked about it. I mean, Nick mentioned it. into like when we had our pre-show interviews with the team co-captains, this you can also get a glimpse of what the 1v1 could be in this 3v3 crew battle, you know, this round. So it's definitely interesting, and it's good to kind of, you know, take note of these things, especially who's good matchups into who, you know. But it seems like we're going to be going over to Demon Island for our game number 2 here. And yeah, you are seeing some swaps, of course, being made. Honestly, they've kind of shifted their whole order around. It's going to be actually Phil going to be in that anchor spot. Hayne is going to be going second. I think they stacked their front heavily, and that's a good call out from them. The scoreboard is not going to be updated. In order to update the scoreboard, you're going to have to win a round, folks. So once this 3v3 is over, we're going to put a point up there for the winning team here. But let's get into round 2. It's 1-0 right now in the favor of the blue team. Team #FreeMac. You know, it's looking like a good start from them. But for the most part here, it's time for the red team to play the catch-up game here. They got to win this game to push it to a game at number 3 here. But
what you see here, Flube is coming out with the damage opening already over Gizmo. Gizmo played very well last game, so it's kind of surprising to see him just a little bit under right now.
Yeah, and you know, one thing, I mean, you notice as well too is Hayne, you know, he wasn't that confident going into Gizmo. Flube, this on the other hand, he's feeling really confident into this one. 98 damage on his first stock, and he's already taken out Gizmo. This is looking way better than the performance that Hayne put up against Gizmo here. But this is what you like to see coming in from the red team now. You know, Flube being that starter position, you know, you get a nice lead going for yourself. That would be definitely huge for the red team in this game number 2. A game that they have to take in order to force it to this game number 3. Very crucial game that they gotta have to take. Flube here, he's looking for more. He's hunting for more. He's still on his first, but he wants that last stock gone here from Gizmo. 68 damage to Gizmo's name.
Gizmo playing safe enough to try and steal the stock away from Flube.
And that's kind
Flube
of...
is just playing... Go ahead.
No, you can go.
I was just going to say, you can see Flube just dashing around Gizmo, playing so safe to try and not have that stock taken, but Gizmo throws out the side sig, and that'll be Flube's first stock. But Flube is at decent damage right now, with Gizmo sitting at 82, while this nuke stock is coming in.
Yeah, but the sword of Gizmo here is going to put in some work. And light comes out from Flube. He's looking for more. Doesn't connect with it. And light connects him far away over on the left side. 2-piece combo going for the GCN sig. Doesn't connect here. Gizmo still over on the sword. He lands a Sair. Flew up and spawn. Nobody's going for it. Maybe Flube is, though. We know that he has a bow. He's kind of a bow main, so... Yep, he's going to be picking up that bow here to try to clean up the stock. He goes for the side sig, but Gizmo spaced it well. Nice spacing on that side sig again. GC side light connects from Gizmo. Gizmo hunting to build up some damage here. The sigs are coming out from Flube. He's trying to space him away. He's trying to keep the distance. Oh, Gizmo breaking in the distance here. Gets some nice damage.
Do you think you'd want to stream the game? Because I'm running on like the quick spectate, so I'm a bit ahead of you.
Oh, you could just back out and change your settings. Just go in
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, easy peasy. But getting back to the action, 177 to 126 here. The lead is still in the red team's favor, but red team got to be careful here. Gizmo could run away with this first stock, and we know, you know, that matchup between Hayne and Gizmo. If Hayne comes in early here, it wouldn't be too good, I think, for the blue team, or maybe Hayne can clean up, make this even here quickly. But oh no, Gizmo falls! Oh, what a misplay! And you know what? Hey, you gotta have to take what you can get. That's actually a crazy misplay. The nurse, I guess, coming in from Gizmo. Yeah, we got Yamori here, or Alice. They're gonna be coming in. First stock, able to take out Flube. You know what? Keep it even, neck and neck. We'll love to see it. This is looking like a really closer game here, Sleepy. I mean, I'm interested in this matchup, though. I'm interested in Hayne versus Yamori. And it seems like right now Yamori, he's putting she's putting in the work over on the great sword. Yeah, holy, this great sword can cook for real. Hayne, though, gonna have to be careful of how you're gonna be approaching Yamori here. Yamori's finding these openings like crazy, going for the side sig, doesn't connect. Ooh, this one is gonna though send him over to the left side. Hayne right now in a rough spot. This is your first stock, 151, almost 100 damage difference. Holy. Come on, Hayne. Your team's rooting for you, bro. You're gonna have to lock in here. Oh, nice recovery stuff. Big Stair connects Hane. Ooh, eats that combo. And Yomori is going to be taking that first stock out of there, you know, continuing the lead for the blue team. Not looking too great right now, coming into the middle portion of this crew battles in round number 2 here. Going for that GCN stick. Honestly, I saw the vision, but it did not work out in the red team's favor. Two-piece combo sends him up in the heavens. Nice recovery. That's not going to knock out, though. 198. Next recovery should kill, perhaps. Weapon throw. Is that enough? Oh, no. Yomori does make it back. Oh. Ooh, not... Doesn't punish that. GC, there we go. Nice on combo. Keep it neck and neck. Only 43 damage. Sleepy, how are we feeling about this one, man?
Getting back into the spectators menu, I see that the stocks are about even, with Hane a little bit damaged while Yomori spawning back in. I haven't witnessed most of the game so far, but from what I'm seeing, it's really good gameplay from Yomori with the greatsword, of course.
Yeah.
He's keeping this damage lead on Hane. Getting small little strings. It might not be much, but with greatsword, the damage definitely adds up and matters.
Ooh, yeah, you can see that. I mean, damn, she's sounding up this like crazy, man. Holy, 150. Wait,
Yeah.
hold up, Hane. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
the
but
unarmed.
Hane
Holy.
popping off a little bit.
Go for the side stick, not connecting. Ooh, low clash coming in. Both of them at kill percentage, 166 to 165. It's anybody's game here, folks. This is
Doesn't
legit
punish
down
the
to the
side stick,
wire.
but he still gets the stock.
Yeah, Yomori gets that knockout there, and Phil's going to be coming in now. The last member here for the red team. Now, remember the blue team, they took round 1. The red team here, this is proving grounds. You're going to have to take this one if you wanted to go to game number 3. And you want to take the 3s here.
And you can already see Yomori building up damage. Phil has to take this stock fast if he wants to have a chance.
Oh.
And Yomori just ducks under the down sig and punish it.
Oh, man, that's unfortunate. That's bad spacing there coming in from Phil, but definitely salvageable for Phil. He's going to have to lock in here. Gets it online,
You
nothing
can see
more.
him desperately trying to get this stock out.
Yes.
Throwing out SIGs. Yomori has already built up so much damage for Nick, though.
Yeah, 82, that's more than enough for sure. And they're still looking for more. They're looking for a stock here, and they might get it. You see the taunts coming in, a little bit of mind games,
Yomori
perhaps.
coming out with the taunts.
Side say coming in. Oh, man.
And he gets the stock. Yeah, this is going to be a very rough comeback for Phil.
Yeah,
it's
Yomori.
doable, but he's going to have to...
262, man. Oh, my goodness. Holy, finally.
And he finally...
Finally. Man.
Let's see what Phil can do here to try and even things up. Maybe some type of gimp or something.
Well,
he has spear, so it's definitely doable.
I mean, it's going to be hard here because, I mean, the red team... I mean, coming into this one, they did design their order for it to, like, go even. Because, I mean, that last game, it went even. If they did not expect Nick versus Phil here coming down, I don't think they would have put Phil's anchor. But I think right now, I mean, just seeing Nick is going to work right now. He's absolutely going crazy. But Phil needs to, he's going to need to lock in. At least take a stock, man. You cannot go out like this. Going for the GCN stick, doesn't connect the recovery, though. Nick, he's hunting for the knockout here. He has the damage lead. He has the stock lead. He's closing in on the 1-0 right now in the set count. Phil's playing this
stock
one
is basically
passive.
over. Recovery comes out, and that will be the cruise.
Indeed, will be the cruise. 1-0 to team #FreeMac. The momentum continues on for the moment being. Man, oh man, what are you gonna make of that there, Sleepy?
Well, in the first game, you saw Red Team almost basically come back from the loss, but Nick, being the strong player he is, managed to just close it out on both cases. Unfortunately, with the second game, Yomori just ran away with the lead there, helping his team out win the cruise.
Simply because Mac left legit like a minute before the CB was about to start. So I did allow them to have one repeat for their thing. Now he played in 3s, he's playing in the 2s, okay? And Floob is gonna be in the 1s for them. Okay? It's 1-0 right now in the 2v2. 1-0 right now in the set score, sorry. Game number 1 for 2s. Let's get into it. So, Hayden Seif representing Team dwerking Jackrabbits. We got Tio and Z. Now, Tio and Z, not really the ideal team for the 2v2s, but it seems like the blue team, they've stacked their cards into the 3s. But let's see it here. Let's see how the red team performs here in the 2. What a big recovery. Hane takes him off the top.
And coming out, taking out that first stock on Z early. Let's talk about legend picks here. You see, we got Tio on the Mordex. Usually, they're on the Artemis. And then we have Steve. While I've been watching Steve play, it seems like... sorry, lost train of thought there. It seems like Thatch is a normal pick for him in the 2s, no? And then Hane on the big Jala. I don't know much about Hane as a player and who they play, so seeing Jala in the 2s, it's very surprising. And you see Jala with the high strength early taking out Z stocks, so maybe it'll help them win a few stocks here.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the Thatch. Now, Sif is a Blasters player. He plays a good bit of Blasters sometimes. He loves his Blaster Legends. But, you know, Hane's original duo is I'm Llama, and he plays Thatch here. So, basically, you got I'm Llama at home. This is what it is here. And you see just the synergy coming in from the red team right now. They're doing amazing.
Already doing off-stage shenanigans with the Dare missed the D-Light there, unfortunately. You got blue team firing back, finally taking Hane's first stock. Maybe they can take Steve's second and tie up the game.
Yeah. And, you know, getting back to the action here, it's 4 stocks to 2 now. Z's going to have to be careful here. He got a momentary 2v1. You know, Hayden is hunting for the stock out of here. Tio, he's over on the board X. He's going to have to try to create an open for his teammate here, but Z goes flying right now. Tio trying to create a space for him to come back, but Sif aggressively on the hunt, looking to take out Z. He doesn't make it back. 2v1
doesn't
situation.
make it.
Oh, man, Z.
He just didn't have the speed off of the Aldrin pick here, unfortunately.
Exotic.
But Tio manages to even the stocks, and maybe here he can take out Sif before Hane gets back, but
nah,
back already, and there's...
It is a 2v1, but it's definitely doable. Everybody's on their last stock here. Tio is going to have to play this one picture perfect. It's going to have to try to avoid. You're going to have to use that platform to your advantage. Avoid some of these things, man. And, you know, some of these team combos that they could potentially have. 2-piece combo coming in. A nice D-line into Stair.
Yeah, with the Sword Blasters combo here, it's a very scary situation to be stuck in because, you know, you have the in-light, Stair, Dare, recovery. But none of that matters because the big sights it comes out and takes Tio stock.
Yeah, and I totally forgot. You know, we have replays we can go ahead and put up. Let's get that going, shall we? Gotta make this nice and professional, am I right? So, yeah. How are you thinking about this game 1? I mean, we saw such a nice performance coming in from the red team. Do you think that the blue team can, you know, pull themselves together perhaps and, you know, tie up the...
It's possible, but with Hane just absolutely wrecking Z's first stock like that, you gotta think, what type of mental does that put the blue team into?
No,
such early losses like that can really cost the game, so let's see if they'll find ways to adapt. Maybe counteract these plays from Hane and Steve here.
Yeah, 100% here, and it is 1-0 right now in to Team dwerking Jackrabbits' favor here in the 2v2s. 1-0 set score right now for Team #FreeMax. So the red team has to win the 2v2s in order to push this to the 1v1 tiebreaker. So let's see.
We got Tio and Hane doing some offstage shenanigans over on the right side, almost cost Hane stock.
Tio creating some havoc right now. Look at this. Big
Tio pumping out a bunch of damage on the red team. We got both Steve and Hane red. Maybe they can find a way to capitalize and take one out.
Ooh, yep.
And then Steve goes out on the left side, and now Hane is stuck in a 2v1 while Steve responds.
Now, here's I think where the blue team is gonna shine. I think as 2 separate 1v1 players, they can shine very well. As a team, they got no hope, bro. I know Z, he isn't a 2s guy. He considers himself a 1s guy for sure. He does not like 2s. Same for Tio. Tio does not like 2s. He's a 1s guy mostly. So, you know, it's definitely... Oh my god, Z falls away.
Oh, Z falls off of the right side.
But that's only his first, so not that bad for sure. But it definitely puts Tio in a rough spot there. That's a big momentary 2v1, and the red team is going to capitalize onto that. Tio is able to make it back. Z trying to create an opening for his teammate.
Hane dropped a D-Light Sair for the stock. That's unfortunate.
The double recovery knocks him out. Holy. But yeah, man. I mean, Z is gonna have to, you know, hold this one for his team here. Hold the second stock as long as he can. Downstick comes out. Big end line coming in. Sear from Hane. Oh my goodness, this sword gameplay is just immaculate. They're hunting out for Tio. They want Tio gone. But the recovery comes out from Tio. Finally leads to the knockout onto Steve there. Steve goes down to his last, tying up the stock count. But look at the position where Hayden is. 54 damage. I mean, man. He's holding the second stock here strong. You compare that to Z204. He's looking to be going down to his last here. Honestly, same for Tio. Tio is soon to be gone, perhaps. 137, gonna have to play this one safe. Recovery connects, leads and knocks out.
Recovery, and now it's a 1v2. They're trying to set up for team combos here. Z does not want to be in the middle of these two. Steve is fishing for the inlines.
Yeah. I mean, Z right now in a rough spot, in the same spot that Tio was in. Get a nice little combo here, perhaps.
Oh.
Yeah,
They
ground pound
cannot
coming in,
follow up,
down
though.
sig. Oh, hitting his own teammate, you know. That's going to help out Z a little bit here, but man, the position he's in, he's going to need more than just a D-sig to help him out. Z coming in from Hane. Doesn't connect.
And Steve just going for it.
Oh my god, what a nice kick!
What a follow-up.
Follow-up god here. Nice.
The D-like ground pound comes out, and that'll be the second game going to Team Red again.
And I think we have some replays here. Yep, let's have a look at them. Whilst we, you know, kind of talk about that game. I mean, man, you saw that the red team, they definitely built much of a lead. They had a little, I think this game 2 was a little bit more better for them than game number 1, to be honest. I'd be concerned if I'm the blue team. I'm already on match point. And yeah, not sure how this game 3 is going to go, but I mean, I think for sure, like I mentioned earlier, the blue team, it's composed of 1v1 players.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a good point there. At the beginning of the game, we saw Tio take Hane off of on the right side of the map off stage, and Tio almost a few times managed to take that slug very early. So I think separately, both players could definitely do well on their own.
Yeah.
But Steve and Hane, you know, both of them, they have their choose knowledge there. So it's not like they're gonna just
allow
let
that.
them separate them.
They're definitely gonna play around each other and try to get those open, to get those follow-ups. And I see the blue team, they're trying to, you know, improvise something that, you know, you're gonna have to push for that improvisation if, you know, the red team is gonna be bundling you up like this, but like just like that. I mean, that's huge damage. Even if it's a 1-2 hit combo coming in from the red team, that's still, it's grouping them up together. It's still gonna be huge damage for them. The one thing we didn't call out is the defense coming in from this red team. It's massive. Not massive in the sense that, I mean, they have no defense whatsoever.
Yeah, stat-wise.
So stat-wise, they're not that heavily defense legends. So if the blue team can capitalize onto that and try to get for, you know, some early knockouts, I think that could, you know, probably put themselves up a little bit here. But you look at this, the position where the blue team's in, they have a lead, but it's a brief lead with, you know, just Tio holding his first stock here and trying to make...
Yeah, they're doing much better than last game. We saw at the beginning both teams were able to just follow up off of each other on straight hits and stuff.
Yeah.
The blue team is doing much better and composing much better in terms of this game. We saw them get a few hits together, strays, you know, follow-ups, get the damage and the stock lead off of the red team. But now we got Hane taking the stock off of Tio and Steve nearly killing his own teammate.
Yeah, he nearly knocked out his own teammate, Tio here, running for Steve here. Steve is able to make it back. Still on his second stock, though. Honestly, the blue team is up, but Z's gonna have to be careful here. You do not want to go down on your last first here, because if the red team...
From, Steve.
Yeah, if the red team can get you down to your last and rack up damage onto your last, that's not gonna put Tio in a good spot and can lead to an early 2v1 here. Tio fighting for his life. Hane actually saved him, I believe, with that recovery. It sent him upwards. Big sides and connects and leads to the knockout. It's kind of even if they can...
That's Tio's second time hitting that on Hane.
Yeah.
That same exact read, this side
to juicy side sig, yeah. That's huge stuff. But Tio here is gonna have to, yeah, once again, stock tank for the blue team and stock tank in general. He's trying to make the side work here. Ain't going for that recovery, doesn't connect.
You see Tio trying to fish out options to get the follow-ups from Z. We got a few misses, but at least the thought was there.
Yeah. The people you're going to have to look out here for sure, it's going to be Z and Hane. They're the most damage onto the field. 107 and 110. Going to have to be careful here, but this one's coming down to the wire. It's anybody's game for sure. The blue team, all eyes are on you, because you're going to have to win this one in order to push it to game number 4. Combo coming in from the red team. Little mishap coming in from Sif. Down stick connects. Nice punish from Hane. Just on our men line, but you know what? We take those. Side stick. You let it rip. Z makes it back. Z's gonna just have to play support, to be honest. He cannot engage as much. Oh my god!
Big side sig, and that'll be the game. We have Steve accidentally side sigging his teammate, and then Tio manages to capitalize and then kill Steve, and that's both stocks.
I did not. Oh my god! I did not know that ended so quickly. Holy! I mean, man. It just felt like everything got rushed last minute. I definitely want to see the replays. Holy moly, that's crazy. But 2-1, showing right now that, you know what, the blue team, they're still in it. They can definitely, you know, take a couple more games perhaps. But I'm interested in seeing if we're going to be seeing any red team adaptation. You know, we're not seeing any legend swaps, but I'm looking forward to
Tio, that game did such a good job of like taking lead and then protecting Z, getting all type of punishes and then follow-ups and stocks. I think Tio definitely was the star player of that third match going into the fourth. Maybe if Tio can, he'll do the same thing this match and bring it to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the team hashtag free Mac, they stack the 3v3s, and you know, they weren't focusing too much onto the 2v2s. So, you know, just putting in Z and Tio here, you know, whatever they do here, I think they're just banking on winning that. What are we doing? Are we banning or not? What's going on?
I'm not sure. They were on the ban stage, but
yeah, we were on the ban stage, but nobody was banning. It was like 20 seconds in.
It's Hane and Steve's ban. I don't know what's going on. There we go. We got bans coming out now. We got Suzaku, Most Icy, and Small Tournament is banned. Seems like they're banning. Well, no, because we got the Suzaku.
The score right now in the 2v2s is correct. Yeah, it's 2-1 right now to red. So you honestly, you cannot let that momentum get to your head if you're blue team. You got a game, hooray! But you know, you can't celebrate just as yet. The battle isn't over. There's still much more to fight. You know, Z and Tio, they're gonna have to lock in. They honestly, that was a really close game number 3. It's doable for them to take this game number 4, but I mean, they're just gonna have to play. Like I said, they're gonna have to push for those, you know, individual 1v1s. And one thing, like you said, I mean, I think Tio is such a huge difference maker coming into this one. If he can stock tank, and, you know, especially if he can stock tank to the point where, you know, Z is still pulling in his weight, right? Where he's not putting Tio in a 2v1 position at the end, I think it's definitely winnable for the blue team. In order to take this game number 4 and 5, it's definitely doable.
Yeah, and with the Mordex pick, you know, that's not usually a 2s pick.
Right.
But considering the Blues team's plan should be, you know, getting into those separate 1v1s.
Right.
They're both not naturally 2s players.
Yeah.
So with him being on Scythe, he can easily get the openings out, you know, reads, whatnot, Scythe things, and then possibly take early stocks away from these red team players.
I catch the level on the Mordex. It was a level 50, so he has some knowledge on this, and I know he has a level 100 Artemis, I believe. So, you know, lots of sight coming in, lots of side experience coming in from Tio. And no surprise, I mean, even look at the stats here, Tio is going to be all on that side. Now, you look at kind of how this game number 4 is breaking down. It's going to be Hane and Tio, going to be those stock anchors coming in for their teams. I mean, 194 to 182. It's looking like it's once again an even game here, but Hane and Tio are going to have to follow.
Even as it's been so far, I believe.
Yeah, but Hane's going to be snagging that stock away from Tio. Z playing brawlhalla a little bit here. He's going to have to try to run away from these moves. Play a little... What the taunt? What is he? That's got to have to be a misinput. No. The way he just waved on, like, right in the middle of the stage. What the hell? Now look at the position. Okay, there we go. Finally, they're able to take out Hane's first stock, but that's a late first stock to take almost 2 minutes into the game.
And almost STs.
Yeah, but now you're looking at this here, Sleepy. I mean, look at the position where Seif is in. 172 on his second. He's the most damage on the field by a good margin. I mean, if they can focus on oh my goodness, they took out Z already. Wow.
And you know, he's playing Thatch, so one good hit, and that should just be the stock.
Yeah,
but you see, they're getting these openings off of the random hits. Well, not random, but you know, the in lights and the side light nairs, things like that from each other's weapons, and they're easy to follow up on. You know, we got the axe blasters.
Right.
We got the sword blasters.
Right. It's not. They're not going for any flashy combos. 1 or 2 hits is all they need in order to, you know, 1, 2, 3 hits. That's all they need in order to, you know, build up damage and really kind of, you know, get a lead going for themselves, and that's what they've done right here. It's 3 stocks to 3, but, you know, the damage lead is greatly in, you know, the red team's favor. Tio is going to have to play this one safer, and same for Z. I mean, I think the blue team's game plan here is to try to take out Steve somehow, man. But you see, they're hunting for Z. They want Z gone. And Tio has to create an opening for his teammates somehow, man. And Z's going to have to pull his weight as well, too. He's going to have to space these ones very well. The side stick connects. Oh, big combo. GC side stick.
The team combo comes out.
Oh, man. 3 stocks at 1. It
was
looking great.
Winnable for the blue team, but now we look at the stocks and damage. Chief gets the gravity cancel side stick, and that'll be a 2-0, I believe, right?
Man, oh man, yeah. 2-0. No, wait, what am I saying? Not 2-0. It's a 3-1. 3-1 already for the.
No, I mean for the entire.
No. They didn't win threes. They didn't win threes.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, then we'll be getting the tiebreaker. Awesome.
Indeed, awesome indeed.
Flu versus Nick.
This is a 1v1 best of 5, folks. So could be anybody's game here, but it's a clean 1v1. It all comes down to this here.
Yeah, we saw in the crew battles, Flu was able to get the upper hand on Nick, but we know Nick is also very good at clutching things out when it comes down to the wire. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one, folks. Let's go. 1v1 tiebreaker. Love to see it. All of these sets so far, it's not been a blowout, folks. It's been, I mean, close sets, close games. I think, honestly, man, we might get another Game 5 situation here. Floob has a lot to prove against Nick here. I mean, this is their first dwerking jackrabbits. This is their showcase CB. I know, I'll give a little bit of inside information. Floob tried that round 1. He was begging me, man. He was like, yo, bro, where's our round 1 battle? Where's our round 1 battle? I was like, man, y'all don't got one. Y'all got a buy round. He was like, man, I hate being the top seed, man. I hate being the good guys. So Floob right now, this is his moment. This is where he's got to prove it here. He goes for that insig. It doesn't connect. Damage is really even. 132 to 136. He's going neck and neck right now with Nick. Nick, though, hunting for the Katars. The side stick comes out. Floob doesn't connect with it. Katars now picks up. Going for the next special. Floob right now.
Fishing for the 6, trying to get this early knockout on Nick. Nick is doing a great job at dodging, but Floob gets the D-Light recovery, and that will kill.
Yeah. And, yeah, this is going to be crazy, folks. First stock already gone towards Team Dwerking Jackrabbits' favorite. Nick right now has to play the catch-up game. Definitely doable, but he's going to have to fish for this knockout here early. I mean, we know the power of axe. We know how much damage Floob can rack up with this axe as well, too. You know, and especially that Game 1 experience, he has a little bit of knowledge coming to this 1v1 tiebreaker that he's going to be using. Big Seer connects. Nick going to be taking that stock out of there. Damage has been done, though. 48 damage to the second stock of Nick.
Yeah, damage isn't too far apart, so if Nick gets a few good strings here, he could definitely bring it back and possibly take the stock before Floob can take his. Yeah. But you see Floob doing such a good job spacing with the bow.
Yeah, holy Nick right now. Going to work right now with these Katars. He has to build back a little bit of damage for himself. It's really neck and neck. It's anybody's game here. And, man,
yeah, you see him getting these extra hits off, not trying to go for anything too crazy. Just a few hits build up damage, you know?
Yeah. You know, one of the things as well, too, I want to call back to the pre-show. Nick was super confident coming into this, and he was like, oh man, I'm gonna 2-0 Steve's team, man. See if y'all don't stand a chance. It comes down to now the 1v1 tiebreaker. I'm wondering how that confidence is looking now. I'm wondering how that confidence is looking. Because Floob right now, he has the lead, and he's playing this one super safe. And I mean, he's playing this one calculated. He's playing this for the long game, and that's kind of been, honestly, both teams' plans. Honestly, they stacked their threes, I think, and, you know, their twos wasn't too bad. But the blue team, they stacked their threes. They were preying on this 1v1 tiebreaker, I believe. And Nick isn't doing too hot right now to start off in this game number 1. Honestly, Floob, I think, is already in the head of Nick. Big side to connects, leads to the knockout. Time this one up.
Yeah, you see the damage already. Nick is basically near red if Floob just gets a few more hits off of the axe or bow. But with the Katars, you know, it's definitely possible to bring the damage back. Katar is such a string-heavy weapon, you know, you get a dodge, and that's basically the stock if played well. So let's see if Nick can possibly bring the game back here. He's going off stage with the axe, maybe for a little bit of Qatar gimps, you know, with the nair, maybe there.
Yeah, but what's Qatar's? I mean, you can get a couple hits into there, but what's Qatar's compared to an axe, man? One hit on axe is equal to, like, I don't know, what? A couple, like what, 5-6 hits on Qatar's? Like, man, that's
Yeah, especially
not...
with such a low strength character like Lucian too.
Yeah, but you look at the damage, 531 to 535. We got some stats up coming in for next game, so we're gonna definitely get to see a little bit more in terms of, you know, how the match is being broken down. But man, it's 1-0 right now in Floob's favor. Nick, it's not looking like a great start right now for Team #FreeMag. We might be seeing, you know, the momentum from that round 1 being put to end here soon. Seeing people in chat, I mean, they're a little bit honestly furious at Nick losing right now that first game. And I mean, surprising, I mean, rightfully so. Nick, I mean, a talented player. That close set against Blaze, I mean, he lives for those close moments, but he's unable to clutch that first game up against Floob. You know, he has a best of 5 here. Maybe, you know, he adjusts to Floob's Azoth here, perhaps, in these upcoming games. But, you know, like you had mentioned at the start of the stream, we know that Floob has a deep back pocket. I know that Floob has a deep back pocket, man, that he can choose almost any, or a lot. He has a lot of legends to his pool. But man, I mean, I wonder, are we gonna be seeing any swaps coming in from Floob? Perhaps. I mean, he's
doing so good on the Azoth right now with the axe and the bow. He's getting like strings off with the bow. He's getting these heavy hits on and KOs with the axe.
Right.
I don't think he'd need to switch.
Yeah.
But you know, Nick, he's not a character you should sleep on. Honestly,
100%.
We've seen him go back and forth in games with Blaze. Maybe he'll do the same here with Floob.
Yeah, I mean, Floob could definitely, I mean, fall short to Nick. I mean, Nick could definitely tie this one back up, take this game, make it 1-1, and man, it's so close. It's such a nail biter. It's hard to tell who really has the upper hand, but I feel like Floob somehow, I mean, I think he just takes the stock way more efficient. Well, just as I said, like, Azucigas comes in, Nick is able to get that knockout. I think especially from that game number 1, I saw a lot of times, I mean, Floob would be cleaning those stocks out way more efficiently compared to Nick. Nick would be, I mean, he would be hunting for these knockouts. I mean, fishing for just like a Sair, for example, on blasters to get the knockout. Whilst you compare that to Floob, where he would just get like a nice end, like cleans it up really easily and keeps it so neck and neck. It's hard to compete against.
Yeah, Floob, he's such a patient player, and when he throws something out, he makes sure he's accurate with it, you know? He's not just throwing it out for like a bait or anything. If he's throwing something out, he wants it to hit, you know?
Right.
We saw him wait for Nick to drop on the ground. He's sending out these D-lights to catch him, and then once Nick does touch the ground, he throws out the end light and it takes the stock. And with a character like Azoth, you know, such high strength and then high power axe, you can't really be falling short on options like this, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, you look at this right now where Nick is in, you know, the damage here right now, that quickly turns around with 2 hits onto axe. And that's just the kind of the power of, I mean, the comparison of 2 weapons, where Nick would just go for 1, 2, 3 hits. You compare that now to axe, 1 end line, brings that back straight back up to even. Nick is playing, I mean, at a deficit if he goes even. Or if he keeps it neck and neck with Floob. What he needs is he needs a lead for himself. And that's what we've been unable to see from both sides coming in from both Floob and Nick. But Nick right now finally has some sort of lead, but it's 11 damage right now. He's looking to build up more. Floob right now protecting this weapon, goes for the side sig, gets the side light out. Nothing more. Nick right now.
And as you can see, you know, going back to what I said earlier with Nick, he's such a clutch player. Every time it comes down to the wire with these stocks, you know, they're both in red. Nick somehow finds a way to just take that stock before Floob can. Maybe that'll help him out in this final stock game here. Maybe he could bring the game set to 1-1 if he wins this, get the upper hand on Floob. He got the blasters, you know. A lot of damage can be brought out here.
Yep, 71 damage right now to Floob. Floob, though, does have the axe in hand. 35 damage, 52. Look at the damage jumps coming in from him, man. Still, though, it's even. It's anybody's game. Nick right now over on the Qatars. Makes Floob eat to down stick. Another one perhaps here coming. Never mind. Floob makes it onto stage. He gets the end light. Disengages. He gets a 2-piece combo. Oh my god! 130.
He chases with the recovery from up top.
Oh my goodness. That's insane. what a knockout they're coming in. We got to replays here, folks. And let's have a look at these stats. I really want to have a look in terms of how the spread is. Yeah, 378 over on the axe. One thing I'm noticing, we called out that he's hold up, my brawlhalla is crazy right now. We called out that he is a bow player, right? He's been more focusing on the axe, like throughout this whole entire thing. And man, I'm wondering if we're gonna be seeing some character swaps coming in from Floob.
Yeah, you asked about character swaps, and there we go. We got Floob hopping on the Bryn here with axe, bringing axe, but swapping out the bow, which he's usually known for the spear.
Yeah, seems like a lot of contemplation coming in from both sides in terms of what their next pick is going to be. I wonder...
He decides to hop back on the Azoth, it seems.
Alright, I'm back. Alright, I just basically fooled around. We're going back to same picks, folks. But once again, it's anybody's game here, but it is 1-1. Nick, what an early knockout as well, too. I saw that from that replay. I think I was like 135 up in the heavens he got that. Holy. But, yeah, it's 1-1 right now in a 1v1 tiebreaker. Definitely anybody's game, but, man, I don't know. This is a really hard one to decide. Even this is giving me flashbacks from that Blaze set.
Right, you see Nick losing the first game, but bringing it back with the second one.
Right.
Maybe they'll end up going game for game, just like Nick's first round with Blaze.
Yeah. Most definitely. And that's kind of, well, yeah, they're both trading blows back and forth. Nick, though, starting up on the blasters. We're seeing Floob start off on the bow. We know throughout, especially that last game, he's been favoring that axe quite a bit. I'm not sure if his... You know, this is a weapon that he really wants to kind of start off this game with, perhaps. Oh my goodness, what a nice dare into Insig.
He grabs that Insig. You see, Nick has been favoring the Katars from the past games, but it seems he's been doing so much better with the blasters.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder what his game plan here is.
I think that's the thing about Nick as well, too. And oh my goodness, well, he's able to get a stock. That's a huge stock to take. 148. I think this is where he can definitely build a lead for himself if he can. The one thing I would like to say about Nick is that, I mean, we know, even you look at that Blaze set, right? He was on Lucian all day. You look at any tournament set that Nick plays, he's going to be on Lucian all day. He does not have any other legend picks, and that can really, you know, that can really hurt you if, like...
Oh, he bonks his head going for the recovery, and that makes him lose his stock.
Yeah, that can really hurt you if, you know, your opponent got your Lucian figured out, like... to the max. Like if Floob has the full download onto Nick, this set can turn very quickly in Floob's favor. But I think Floob has been struggling a little bit, and the one thing that I'm noticing change from this gameplay quite a bit is we're seeing more bow gameplay coming in from Floob, and the lead is in. It's in hugely Nick's favor. I'm wondering if he's gonna be, there's an open weapon there. I'm not sure why we're not going for the axe, but I don't know. Maybe he has something to prove, I guess.
And like I mentioned earlier, you know, the damage gets tied up between these two, but Nick somehow finds a way to always knock out that stock first. The question is, after that happens, will he be able to get any type of damage lead up after?
Yeah, I mean, we did see Nick was able to build a damage lead for himself. There we go. He gets his sip. That's a good knockout. 127, I believe. When he took the first stock out of Floob, it was 140 something. So he's definitely building some damage at least, but now we're seeing Floob back onto the axe here. Last stock here for Floob in this game number 3. Oh, he fades away. Nick looking for the capitalize. Never mind. Floob does make the touchback. Downsy coming out, Nick.
Nick is doing such a good job putting pressure on Floob here with the guitars off stage. But Floob just slides back on in down 6, and that'll take the stock.
Yeah, and last stock position is definitely doable for either side here, but Floob's pulling out a deficit. He has a little bit of a hill to climb here. It's pretty much a small one. But he's going to have to play his cards right if he wants to build up a damage. We're seeing Nick. He's over onto the blasters now, like you called out. I mean, he's been kind of performing a little bit better when it comes to the blasters, when it comes to spacing out Floob. But it looks like we're not going to be seeing the blasters gameplay anytime soon here. Man, Floob.
Yeah, you can see Nick like waiting so patiently, trying to get like a hit or two in. This is in Floob's
favor, folks. Hold up. Raw stage. Oh, big recovery. Still in Floop's favor. 153 to 97. Now, this is a huge game to take. It really decides who's going to be putting who onto match point here.
Nick is so good at hitting these down sigs off of guitars, but it doesn't KO. He gets the D-Light, but doesn't opt for the recovery.
Oh my goodness. It's coming down to the wire. Oh, D-Light share.
And he gets a D-Light share for the stock, and it'll be 2-1 in next team's favor.
Man, oh man. Okay. So team hashtag free Mac. You know what? They're not looking too bad. You know what? He's riding that momentum from that second game. He was able to take the third game. I think Floob's, he's backed up in the corner now. What do we choose? Back on the ASOT. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I noticed one thing though changed. You notice, I mean, look at the stats. It's more evenly spread. He tried to utilize that bow a little bit more. But you look at, I think for the moment there, coming down to that last stock interaction, I'm not sure if you noticed, Sleepy, when he picked up the axe, he had a lead for the moment being. He had control of that game for the moment being. But the difference maker was, and Nick ended that stock on blasters, by the way. He didn't end it on guitars. You saw more blasters gameplay coming in from Nick as well.
Yeah, he was putting pressure on that on the offstage with the D-Light, waiting for Floob to come up. Here's the thing though, we've been seeing Nick get like a foot on Floob here in these games now. You gotta wonder if he manages to get such a lead again like that, that'll just be the end of it. What would Floob like? How does Floob adapt to Nick's gameplay? You know, closing out these stocks before he can, even though Floob may have the damage build up over Nick. You know, we just see Nick so easily take damage numbers back in his favor with the guitars and blasters.
Yep. You know, lot to prove here for Floob because your whole team is on your back right now in Floob. He's gonna go out to Nick special. Man, there's game number 4 ain't looking too hot for you, Floob. 2-1 right now into Nick's favor. All he needs is one game to close this one off. We might not need a game 5. Nick right now, he's feeling himself.
Popping off with the guitars.
Ooh, Henty comes out.
Like I said, he's just so good at spacing his options and hitting these down sigs off the stage here.
I think once again, man, we're gonna need to see Floob's axe. I think the axe needs to come out here. You know what? You can bank on that bow, but it's hard to space against Nick when he's all up in your face. With an axe, you could throw an end light, and maybe you know what? That's the upper hand you can get. You got your down sig, you got an end sig you can rip. With the bow, you can't do much there. And especially the damage rate as well too. I mean, you already see he hopped over an axe, he got the stock. I mean, we need to see more of the axe, I think, and I think if Floob. There we go. Yeah, he's earned it. We're gonna need to see that axe if he wants to push this to game 5.
You know, with the bow, it's a weapon you can't really, you know, just get such a damage lead on.
Yeah,
You swing a few times, and you know that's just a stop.
Look at the axe. It's a few hits. It's even. Nick had a lead. It's even, folks. He has the lead. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, hold up.
But Nick gets the double share, and that's the stock already. You gotta imagine, if Floob is smart here, he just wants the axe again, seeing how quickly he took the stock from Nick and built the damage back up, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. You're gonna have to fish for that axe here, but he has a bow. Unfortunate indeed, but he can definitely get the stock out of here. He needs a side sig or something. Come on, Floob.
Maybe he wants to fish for the D-Light recovery, you know?
I think so. He's fishing for something, man. I don't know what he's fishing for. Big Seer connects. He's playing this one so carefully, though.
He doesn't throw out the bow. There he goes, and now he's on axe.
Still low, 36 damage. You're gonna have to be careful. This is good. This could be your last stock here. Floob here. Come on. Where's the Seer, man? Come on, Seer.
Such a good job spacing out and punishing these options from Floob.
Oh no.
And this is almost game here.
No.
He gets the D-Sig.
Oh, what an exhausted!
Oh, but the recovery!
Holy 190 damage right now, Nick. He knows he's feeling himself. 131. This is prime. This is a prime game for Nick to take. But Floob has to bring this one back here. He has to play the long game here.
Even if Floob does take this stock, it's such a hassle to bring this game back. Yeah. Look at the damage build up in the stocks.
Come on, this stock needs to go here, Floob. 2-piece combo. You can't be racking up damage. It's 235. Get this guy out of here.
He finally gets the knockout.
Finally. Too late, man. Is it too late? I don't know.
The damage is just so built up, though. It's just a few hits away, and he's dead.
Nick right now, he knows all he needs is one end sig, one D sig, one recovery, one dream, one side sig.
And the side sig comes out, and that'll be it.
Man, oh man. Holy moly. Dwerking Jackrabbits, they go home, folks. They go home in a loss. my god. But you gotta give it up, man, to the dwerking jackrabbits. They put up a hell of a performance. What a CB. What a team battle that was.